His staggeringly good taste in ties? Or is it his proclivity for tall buildings, mindless resource presentation, and, my friend, coffee? Is it his reliance on answering his own rhetorical questions to make points? No. The gift of man is the gift of doing. That inscrutable urge which pushes us beyond the limits of nature, laying down life and liberty and other stuff in the pursuit of that unknowable goddess of progress. We may never know which piece of us it was that turned around that day and said, you know what, I'm tired of banging these things down and having to deal with dead mammoths and sleeping in salmonella and eating filth. Why don't I knock these two rocks together? We have a word for it. Motivation. The urge to do something. Some people are filled with motivation, and they are known as motivated. Some people are not, and they are known as guitar players. When I'm filled with the spirit of motivation, I write concertos, make ADSs, and build the pyramids. And when I'm not, I play Tetris and eat Nerd's gumballs. When I go to bed, I feel like a little piece of my soul has died. Obviously, motivation is an important part of our lives. It's kept the human race together for the better part of 1 million years, and it's made China into the most successful country at everything except soccer and hip-hop. What is this motivation? Why is it that it has so much control over who we are and what we do? Can it really, as they say, move mountains? Or is it merely a cold psychoanalytical concept devised by people who can't take that man is too small for the universe? All these questions, and quite possibly more, I will answer today. For all the benefits it provides us, motivation can be a tricky fish to fry. Sometimes it abandons you, and then you find yourself in a strange and surreal landscape where there are no rights and there are no wrongs. Everything is just chill. You have to write and memorize an oratory by tomorrow morning. That's chill. None of your friends think you're cool anymore. That's chill. Family parakeet's been dead for 3 days and you have to bury the body. That's chill. It's been in the freezer for 3 days. Without motivation, our spiritual internal organs get unwound and fall out of the ribcage of self-confidence, spilling shame-torn organ juice all over the undefaced carpet of self-image. And the worst part is there's nothing you can do about it. For that urge to do anything besides sit around and occasionally lie around has vanished. I know because I've been there. Back on the other side, in my days of shameless dismotivation, I fell victim to the big ones, the ones where you French to describe. Ennui, malaise, bon appetit. And sinking into the depths of my lameness, I walked the halls confident in my failure. I laughed at people who got a kick out of Eye of the Tiger. I ate Nerd's gumballs and played Tetris constantly. It was then, in the midst of a really intense game of Tetris, that it hit me. I had just crested 4 million points and was feeling really good about myself, riding a layer of Tetris success, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, full Tetris, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, full Tetris. Suddenly it occurred to me that my entire self-esteem is based on story-colored blocks. And it had started to occur to me that no matter what, you can never beat Tetris. Also, the tripartite shock was such that I allowed an L-block to slip left, destroying my concentration. Massive acidification and total hemorrhaging ensued, which ended my game. And it was then that I decided I had had enough. I closed the game, crushed the computer within my hand, and walked out into a sunlit day of happiness, babies and sunshine. Motivation. In that moment of sunshine and glory, I first began to realize why man is different from the fish. Because motivation is the dreams that fish have never dared to dream. Motivation is the freedom that fish have never thought to attain. And without motivation, we humans are as nothing. Because we, as people, need motivation. Without it, we'd be stuck in the Stone Age, marveling at the incredible chillness of stone. Imagine if Thomas Edison had never been motivated to invent the light bulb. Today, we would have no basis for which to understand the energy-efficient grace and complexity that is those coily ones. Imagine if the folks at Columbia University had never been motivated to invent ultimate frisbee. Today we'd be stuck with some crap like mediocre frisbee, generally okay frisbee. But friends, something pushed them forward, something made them go the extra mile, something gave them wings, and I ask you, was it Red Bull? The answer is no. It was motivation. In my moment of shining realization, I also discovered something else. In the wondrous forces of motivation in our modern West Coast environment are under attack. The phalanx of computers, cell phones, iPods, iPhones, ITVs, and comfort foods, comfort chairs, and IKEA are making it harder and harder to be motivated today. I say there's only one way to deal with it. You have to fight fire with fire. I don't need to tell you what it is that motivates you. I'll just say that whatever it is that gets you going, that grinds your gears, that really winds your clock, that really rings your bells, that really boils your business. Within reason, guys. Stick to it. Don't accept nature. Transcend it. Don't play guitar. Play bass. Don't say techno. Say tech yes. My good personal friend Mel Gibson once said, "Be or not to be, that is the question." And because he wasn't painted blue and impaling the infidels, nobody paid me attention. But his words have merit. We as people do, or we die. And the wondrous gift of motivation and a lack of skills is all that separates man from the fish. And in a world where so little is certain, and Kanye West continues to be unable to write about anything but sex, it is a force much needed. So I raise my glass to ultimate frisbee, space, Tetris, nerd gumball, and motivation, and the world of success and sustainability that can only follow. Now that's chill.